Jesus. There's no name like your name, Jesus. No name like your name, Jesus. So beautiful you are, Jesus. So beautiful you are, Jesus. The sweetest name I know. The most powerful name I know. It's beauty and splendor.
There's a pollito over there, our technician,
Such beauty and
our tech guy. Did not let us know in advance, but welcome everyone. Another Monday, another Friday.
Hello.
Another dollar, another hour, another dollar. We got some people that are visiting us today in the show. For this season, Lily wasn't here last week.
Yes.
Lily, we missed you. You missed us?
When I live
You
with her.
did?
I did.
All right. Then Asa. Oh. We have Asa all the way from the beautiful city of El Monte.
Period.
How are the beaches
The
over there,
cockroach. They have a river.
Not even the river.
And then we have Lydia Prado.
Period. Hey, man.
And then my nephew, Charlie.
Hi, everyone.
He said,
And that's a lady.
My nephew, bro.
And then everybody that's visiting us today over there in the audience, thank you for being here, everybody. We got music.
We got live
have
audience.
music later on.
We got me, we got Gabby, we got whoever that
We got the
Everybody's
Holy
here.
That's what I said. That's
Alright.
what I said.
We got Chen over there.
We
We got Brandon over there.
the people joining in. We got 3, which is me.
Let me go on.
I know Sandra's logged on. Hola, Sandra. Hola, Sandra.
My sneeze went away.
Hola, Sandra.
Oh,
She
Juan
ate
is
that.
Hola.
Juan.
Mano Juan también? Oh, Mano
Brother
Juan.
Jonathan. Jonathan, the brother.
That's what he said?
Yeah?
Studio.
Studios in Paris,
I said
California.
hi.
Yeah, bro. We're famous. We're,
Nose is
we're
dropping.
worldwide now, bro. We're like Universal.
Speak into the unseen. Yes.
I was home.
Oh my gosh. It's
Yeah,
not Disney.
I quit.
Continue.
It's frozen. Isn't
Bro.
No, I need to.
Lydia's in here. Well, hi, Lydia. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
Alright, so maybe you wonder where's Pastor?
Some cute guy named Asa.
Alright, ask where's Pastor?
Oh, where's Pastor?
I know where he's at.
Confusion.
I don't
There's
know.
a confusion.
Hey, where's Pastor?
Subtitles.
Huh.
Confused you.
Hey,
Pastor.
Pastor's
Pastor.
right here.
I forgot to be honest.
Who's the guy in the green?
Wait,
I don't know,
I
some
remember.
guy. I don't never met him before.
Green. Oh yeah, that's right.
I never met him. Some guy.
So, yeah. Oh,
Hey, that's what you're crushing on yourself, bro.
Self-love, bro.
He's giving hard ice.
He said confident.
Someone's gotta do it.
Confident.
so Pastor's doing some errands, so
Business.
he'll be back. He'll be here in a few moments. If not, well, God bless him.
Yeah, we'll see him too.
Yeah. And but in the meantime, how's your day been today? I know it's been raining, so
Let's start off with
Is it
Lydia.
good?
so I went for a walk.
During the rain or
I walk sometimes.
I was going for a walk.
I remember I saw him. Gabby literally told me to pull over.
Yeah, I tried to ignore them.
You throw an egg.
Minding my own business and
You should have honked at him.
no, I just kept walking. I was like, and then they're harassing me on the side of the. And it's like it's redlands that you can't stop.
Quiera sales pa'l
And we
pancho,
stopped.
I was already out. You know, I was like, go leave.
And we had to leave.
So anyhow, my story. So
Es que está bien.
En Michoacán.
México, su señor
is good though.
And then she's like, "El Bob."
Now they still pass by my neighborhood though. Some dude in a van he'll be like, "Fuck."
In El Monte, you can expect anything.
Yeah,
Expect the
Hey,
unexpected.
but they have good elotes over there, bro.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I remember
Alright.
one time. I remember one time
Yeah.
me and my mom were driving. I think we had like picked something up over there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was by Baldwin Park, and
Oh,
we're
shit.
driving down the street, and we're lost. We're like, where we go? And we pulled up to where I used to live when I was little, where I
Oh,
grew
yeah.
up. And there's some guy selling them up this. I was like, Mom, let's go get some. And she was like, no. And we're about to turn to the freeway, and she's like, you know what? Let's go get some. And then we busted U-turn and we get some, and I was like, this stuff busting, bro. It was good. That elote was good.
Yeah, Sandra, that's what I'm reading. Charlie looks surprised that I go for a walk. I go for a walk
No, I
every day.
didn't know.
He's like, I go for 2 walks, damn it.
No, I
Every
play
day.
tennis. What you mean, bro? I don't even go for one.
Well, you guys
Yeah.
didn't limit. You guys went to.
Over the ranchos.
I went for a walk, but then I came back because it was so cold
Ranchos.
and it started to rain. Alright then.
It's for
So,
Stacy.
end of the story.
It's for Stacy.
Okay, good question.
You guys have
Okay,
to plan that.
so we are going to start. I'm not sure we have any gift cards. Honestly, I don't know we have any. Pastor didn't tell me.
That's
But oh, we got 83 cents.
Y'all got
83
change?
cents.
I don't carry cash. I'm sorry.
I have like $8.
Ah, never mind. I ain't change.
But we're gonna talk about yeah, we're gonna talk about
Friday.
Fridays.
Fridays,
Los procesos de
okay.
Dios.
Great day.
What was the preaching on Friday? What was the name
It was
of it?
called Power to Overcome.
Alright.
It
Yeah,
is.
if you remember.
Yeah. It's not like I have the notes
Yeah,
here,
get
but
the notes out.
I have the notes right here.
And I sort of like,
I'm sorry.
I got my memory, bro.
It's power to.
Overcome.
Okay. What do we talk about? Also, remember?
We talked about David and Goliath,
Yeah.
and then
It was gonna mix, right?
yeah,
So like David and Goliath, and we went from there.
and then we
That
talked about
how the enemy can get us so like freaked out, right?
yeah, no one is exempt from getting it.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, it's because Lily was talking about the pan, and then Brother John was like, Mexico.
Who won last movie?
I never been there though.
Who won last Monday?
Wasn't it awesome?
Yeah,
thought
it
you
was
did.
like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Asa was the only one locked on, so he won.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
No, last week you won.
Last week
I also.
No, last week you were here, right?
we didn't
Yeah,
have
I think-
any.
I was
But I
like,
actually
never
did.
mind.
Who won last week? Do we have anything last week?
We didn't have one last
I
week. I
think
don't think.
Sandra won.
Well, because it was only
Oh,
Sandra, so we
no.
discussed.
Yeah, I
but we
remember my
didn't
dad
have
only
one.
asked like one question.
Yeah.
No,
And then
but
I
it
answered.
didn't count. I don't know.
Oh, no,
Juan,
someone
I don't know
answered
who
it.
won.
That's a great
Juan, I
question.
don't know who won. So
They win.
phone down, phone down.
Keeps falling.
You can count how many times our phone falls out.
So yeah.
That's one.
That's 2.
So who agrees on this table with me that sometimes we get frustrated or we feel so scared when we get into a problem or situation that we don't know how to get out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
can you relate that to the preaching on Friday maybe? Like can you put it, and how can you put it like?
I think Lydia would love to elaborate.
Oh my God.
I would love to elaborate.
the
Well,
sentence
today, for example, you know, my mom was texting me, and normally I just wanted to go to my bed and just cry or go cry. But I was like, what? Why am I gonna cry? Like, literally, like, I asked God to help me change and to overcome these type of things. And then so I just give it to God. Like, I was just in my car during my lunch, and instead of eating, I was just listening to my music and just worshiping and praising God. And I was telling Lily, like, and in the morning, like, I had that sense that I needed to praise God and I needed to worship Him and, like, just be in communion with Him. And then that's when she, you know, responded back. And she's like, well, you know, that's God trying to tell you to, you know, do it. You know, He has to tell you something, or He wants you to do something. And I think that kind of reflects to your preaching, because although I thought that my family and I were good, and I feel like it's never going to be good, but with God, He's always going to help me through it. I'm constantly going to be, like, not attacked, but not physically attacked, but, you know, like, mentally and, you know, texting wise. But I know that God's going to be there with me, and that I just have to ask Him for help and ask Him to guide me, because it's hard. But I know that with Him, anything is possible.
Weird.
I said, did you burp?
Yeah.
Period.
Because I smelled that thing. I'm sorry, I try to pay attention. I try to
You
pay
guys smelled it?
attention.
Hey, what does it smell like though?
I tried not to say.
No. You got it too hard. Like,
The other one was watermelon.
I haven't felt the wind.
No,
His
no, I
hair, like,
felt
in the
a
commercial.
little breeze with
And I
my
try to pay
bangs.
Oh, did you smell it
attention,
too?
but
I felt a little
couldn't.
breeze with my bangs.
Hey, 1 through 10 though.
How bad or
No,
like
It just smelled like when you
Watermelon.
the tapas like a Gatorade and it's just like, poof, like
Hey, you
that.
like Gatorade though, right?
When I'm thirsty, I like anything. So
other controversy?
not that thing.
He
not
has
that thing.
his drink right there.
It's the brand.
So
I
yeah.
just noticed.
All right. Oh, forgot. Remember what we say? Like and subscribe and what?
Oh yeah. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and share this with your family and friends, please.
Or just
Right.
anyone.
Huh? Oh yeah, just anyone.
This one is so exciting.
You can share with your dog
He's so
if he has
sad.
a YouTube account.
All right. So
Post
okay.
it on the Insta.
All right. So
Link in bio.
So then you can relate it to that, right?
Yeah.
How about a problem that you have with a colleague or someone from a co-brother?
Co-brother.
Well, how do you say, like a brother from church or sister from church?
Yeah.
One of the
Sister in Christ.
boys.
Sibling in Christ.
You think that's you think that's the enemy? That's gonna be controversy. Can we have controversy? Noise or something? Controversy time.
Hey, Charlie, the Home Depot song.
Yeah. They play that. They probably are.
All right. So.
Isn't that biblical? Not to cut you off, but isn't that biblical where the enemy will sow like confusion amongst like churches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but wait till I say
Yeah,
it.
We haven't started the conversation yet.
Bro,
Yeah.
it ain't controversy.
It's because
bro.
okay,
What kind of statement?
yes, he'll bring confusion and bring all that, but sometimes, what do you guys? Okay, let me put it this way. What do you think of the people that like to cause problems just to get attention in church?
They're mean.
That
Period.
second one.
Yeah.
What do you
Can I
guys
quote
think?
that?
I was gonna say something else.
Para no decir cosas malas, they're mean.
You think? Okay, you think that's the enemy?
No.
Depend.
No,
I
think
feel like depend. Okay, so when you mean like they like
Yes.
continuously.
Like the game jar and nine.
No,
Jar.
I do.
Okay.
Jar, bro.
Puede meterse para cause division in the church or
Okay.
to cause things that are not of God. And the enemy will use anything to cause that in a church because he wants to destroy church.
Okay.
It's probably never intentional, but
I like
Wow,
the Sandra put.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think
from
it can be
preaching yesterday,
intentional.
they are immature.
Yeah, immature.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Someone retracted a message.
But-
Damn. You.
Nah, don't retract. Just
But that's fine, you know, like, this point of view, that's good. Anybody else has a different point of view?
what does Sandra say?
They're
they're
immature.
immature.
You should be watching the stream.
I mean, no,
Like
well,
a person.
well,
I'm not in a
that's why
person
we
group.
going into this, you know. Anybody in the audience, you guys can give your opinion, you know, anytime, anybody. You know.
and because we have a lot of
Sandra
people,
put-
you know.
Sandra put that is the spirit.
Oh, Jezabel. La Jezabel está tremenda, eh?
Hey, she was crazy though.
Sweaty. My head was
She kind of bad though.
You have
No,
this
she
lady,
was-
right?
No, we did the
Oh.
show. She was
Period.
a bad
Yeah.
person.
She died
died.
very sad.
Yeah, she did.
She did die very sad.
I mean,
I'm just saying. Anybody else think, you know, people with attitude in church? Because how, okay,
Attitude can't be intentional.
can't.
Can.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when someone's causing problems just to get, you know, division, attention, just to get the attention, you know.
Say it. Say it. Don't bite
I'm
your lip.
biting my tongue. That's just it.
Don't bite your lip.
I know. Like I know.
Bite your lip.
I got nothing to lose. I'll say it now.
We ain't got nothing to lose.
Okay.
I know. We're all like,
We got someone in the audience. Come on.
You want to
come
sit
on.
down with us?
yeah.
Say it.
Come sit down with us.
Like, okay. People that like, that everything's working fine, but then someone has to come in and start metiendo cizaña, you know, being an instigator just to gain the trust of others. You get me? Like, you think that's God or like that's immature, being immature? I mean, God,
Being immature.
the enemy or it's being immature, because I think it's two different things.
Yeah, it depends on
Being
the
immature
situation.
and being used in
Because
the devil.
the devil, you know, the devil's a devil. Get it right? But the devil sometimes he's like chilling somewhere else, and we're over here causing
Homie's
stuff.
eating a hot dog.
The devil's like, I wish I can take the credit, but that was you, homeboy. You
It's my
know,
lunch break.
Yeah.
like, homeboy, homegirl, whoever, you know, because nowadays anybody can cause.
Yo, even Pastor said that where he's like, sometimes we blame the enemy for not growing, and the devil's like, that's not even me, dude. Like that's all you.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You know,
Sometimes people just like the attention.
they like the attention, or they just want to get,
Oh, like,
you know, like we said in the movies. You know, like the popular, like if I have my friends and then someone
Like the
wants to
villain.
be like me. I'm just saying, okay, and that's not that I'm popular,
No, I
but
get you.
someone wants to be like me, and then that person gets into my circle of friends, and then he sees everybody, and then I get out of the circle, and then that person keeps everybody in there, you know. Disclaimer: this is just
A hypothetical.
yeah, there you go.
No, but it happens.
But it happens, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've been at this for a minute. I'm sure you've seen more. You've seen that more than once.
I know my dad has.
Do you guys see like? Do you guys think it's a devil there, or it's just like people's attitudes, or
It depends on the
It varies
situation.
on the
immature.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
If
case
it's something
dependent.
tiny, then they're just being immature.
yeah,
Just like
but
Sanjay said,
they
I think they're
make
just
something
immature.
Like something small so big.
That's what I was.
You
Yeah.
could have just fixed it right there and then instead of making it so big. Because I mean, we've seen it before. Like instead of talking to each other, we just go around and we just spread it and spread it. And we add and add and add and add, and then that's when
That
it
came
becomes
with
big.
telephone.
You know, and that's why people see people a
We should
different
play
way.
that game. For
Yeah.
March birthday.
And what I could have fixed the problem if I the one that started the misunderstanding, I could have fixed it myself, you know. But because I like gossip and I like to be involved and all this, and then that's wrong, you know.
Yeah. It's on us to do better.
Yes.
That's
on us to
unfortunate
confront
because
the
gossip
person.
is contagious and it's so easy. Because
Yeah.
you might think, oh no, I'm just commenting, I'm just doing this, but I like personally, it's gonna sound like oh right, but I like to run from that. Like someone will be like, hey, this happened, and I'll be like, don't tell me, I don't want to
Yeah,
know.
like-
Like, because you can easily just get into gossip and it goes somewhere. And then sometimes I just rather not know. Like the less I know, the better. To be honest.
Sandra says, "Suelta la sopa, Danny."
Yeah.
The less I know, the better.
Right?
That's a song.
I like what Sandra says, "Suelta la sopa, Danny." Yes, you know that's the way it is. We gotta speak it like it is.
I
You
like
know,
soup.
it's controversy time. Because we need to stop this, guys. What do you guys think? You know. No, why you getting?
Why are you leaving?
No corras.
Lily,
You
you're
keep
not gonna be
burping or
in
what?
season 3.
Did I burp?
You did burn.
Well,
Oh my
not
God.
I just
again.
smelled it. It just hit me.
No, it's the thing.
It's the drink.
Nah, I'm done with it.
I'm
So-
grateful
You're
I'm
gonna be
far
in season
away
3.
so that I won't smell it.
We just a little switch. I hope you guys didn't notice. we
See what
got
the difference?
we got Yaws with
Bro,
us.
this is like randomly
Did she want
switched
to
throughout
give
the
her
entire
opinion?
show. Not
Like the
that.
cut.
So what do you
Like,
think,
this is
Yaws?
randomly switched.
I know.
Just randomly
gave
switched,
my
like, I
opinion.
Lily, I turned
You
it.
Like
know,
no one
this is-
noticed.
I
Oh.
didn't.
Okay.
I think she did.
Well, it's just what do you think of the people? You know, you think it's the enemy or it's just their attitude? You know.
I don't think it's the enemy so much. I think it's just ourselves and how we respond to it. Like if someone's gonna come to you and talk about someone, then I think you should stop it right there and then instead of making it bigger and adding to it. You know, because we have the power to like just cut it off there, or like tell them, hey, okay, you need to go talk to that person. But sometimes they don't even go. They just want to add and add and add, and that's when it becomes worse.
So it doesn't. You can't say then. Well, it's because the enemy pastor.
No.
Oh, the enemy. You know, like, and I like what I think it was Sandra the one that said immature.
Her book isn't that bad.
Yeah, that's
No.
just being immature because sometimes you just want the attention, and you're used to getting so much attention that sometimes you just create problems of something so small.
I cause controversy in this show, not in church. So if you're gonna cause controversy in church, no, please don't. Talk to pastors.
But they're great topics because if you don't talk about it, like
They
the
become
conversations
spoken.
happen. It's good
No,
that it happens.
that's why I wanted to have this when I talk to
Yeah.
pastor. This was essentially to be done like this,
Yeah.
you know, so we can vent and just throw a topic in there and everybody's like, "What are you eating?"
M&Ms.
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 She can't say M&Ms.
They're out of it. She ain't coming in season 2.
Oh, I had some, but I
It's
finished
from,
mine.
you know, something that I've went through, you know, something that I've learned, you know. Don't add to it, you know, just talk to that person right away.
Exactly. And it goes with the preaching that I give on Friday. Remember, that's why we have the power to
Stop
Okay.
it.
to overcome. But
To
that,
overcome.
I was gonna add that, we can stop, we
We
can
both said
speak,
something.
we can
Good to
do
know.
things, and instead of me, like you said, making it like this pandemic, instead of stopping the spreading and stuff, we can stop it. And I think that's so it's immaturity. Like it's not good. I don't think it's the devil so much. It's like we are lazy on seeking God. Get it? Because when you pray and you have in the daily communion with God, you don't fall into these things. You don't fall into gossip. You don't fall into misunderstandings. And that's why the power that we have the authority también. Because that's for the ring.
Yeah.
We have the authority, and we can stop it at any time. So I hope we can make a difference. Even people will be watching us from China. I don't know, from maybe after like 5 years or 8 years, they're like, "Oh, who are these guys?" Oh, okay, and it's gonna fit in like the ring.
Because
Maybe-
I want to add something else.
Yes.
Because even though like sometimes like we do vent, like I think when you vent to someone, like that person should put a stop on it because you're creating a problem right there. Because you're saying how you feel about someone or something that happened, and it just adds to it. Because then the other person starts to feel the same way and see that person differently.
Yes. So let's not vent to each other. Just go to your room, look at yourself in the mirror, and vent to yourself. And say, "Look, this is what I think," and that's it. Just let it out. And I was talking to someone, I think it was you, Louis, on Sunday, that I said that I made mistakes when I was, younger, and I because we're talking about maturity also. We're talking about, some incidents and stuff. And I said, if someone would have said something to me, now when people tells me like things, I don't care. I don't pay attention to them. I was like, me resbala, butter, boom, bye, me resbala. But when I was like younger, I did, it did get to me, and I went up to people and I confronted people like, "What? I don't like you." And I did when I was little, But I was like, "You guys' age." I'm just kidding. But once you grow older, and you start roaming in this world longer, then you're gonna start getting, thicker. Your skin gets thicker, and you don't care what people say. That's why when we hear problems, I don't get frustrated anymore. I just say, "Man, that's the age." But
Y'all still infants.
just get through it.
It's like you live and you learn. Learn
Yeah.
from your mistakes, and don't do it again.
And that's it. Like for me, I call it high school. I know you guys are going to high school. You're gonna go to high school, but I call it high school drama. Like middle school, high school drama. Just leave that behind. There's some other things that we need to worry about, and yeah, just leave it behind. And yeah, that was my controversy time. So see, it's not just the enemy all the time. Sometimes it's ourselves, and it's not necessarily that the devil's using us. We want attention, and we don't know how to call attention. So let's pray, and I mean not right now, but when you go to the pray about it, talk to God, talk to pastors if you're in an event with pastors, and that's it. Let's not be spreading stuff like that, because God has given us the power to overcome. All right, good. Punto y aparte. Good.
Like we're in school.
Wow. Which periods do you want me to use?
response?
Yeah.
With, no, like, the tone, like, period, or period.
Bendiciones, hermanos. Saludos.
We're all here like,
Saludos, ¿qué?
Desde
Hi,
Peru,
Oz.
he meant to say.
¿Es Perú?
oh boys in Peru.
Tenemos a alguien de Perú. Hermano Juan, ¿estás en Perú? Wow.
Who said family business?
So, what else did I preach about on Friday? Remember?
Quick question.
The ring?
The ring?
Yeah, which means
All the
authority.
authority.
And
And brought out 4 rings.
who did I relate the story to when
The
I talked
prodigal
about
son.
Prodigal Son? Okay. All right. What about the ring?
It was your authority.
Well, what happened when,
Yeah,
when the prodigal left?
when the prodigal left, he
He lost
gave
it.
him
Yeah.
the ring. And he was like, said
I don't
when-
want your blessing.
when he came back, he got back the ring.
We're like, okay. We're like, yeah.
Right?
Have you guys been a prodigal son?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
My nose.
from one church to another, I think you can, like I always say it every time I get the chance at the microphone, but it's easy to fake it when you're in church. It's easy to live that double life, but you know, now that I'm here, it's more genuine. To me. I actually believe in it. Instead of laughing at the preaching, I'm crying at it because it makes sense.
Instead of standing by a fridge.
So yeah, I think it was very fitting. Instead of standing by a fridge, yeah, I think it's fitting that when we had the encounters that I had the privilege of giving the prodigal son, because I'd always relate it to me. I'd always say you can very much sit here for years and rot away spiritually, but when you think of it authentically, when you actually take on the relationship instead of showing up 2, 3, 4, we'd go to church like 4 times a week. You'd have to fake it every single day. You know, it was frustrating because, you know, I was just waiting until I turned 18 and just be like, you know what, Dad, you don't control me anymore. Let's go.
So you came to the beautiful land of Paris.
Yes. Paris, California.
Yeah,
Paris Studios.
ROG Studios, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of land that we can build, you know.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something?
Oh no, I remember from my encounter. He preached about it, but yeah, I can totally. I remember that because I remember you had 2 different shoes or the style shoes. I was like, what the heck?
He still does.
I still do.
He still does that, but that was like my first memory of him, you know, preaching that about that and then, you know, wearing the shoes. But yeah, like I can so totally relate coming from 2 different churches. Coming from a different church, my parents would force me to go, and I would always be there literally every single day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday I would be there 2 times a day, and then I would I felt forced to go, and then when I came here, it was something, you know, like you said, authentic. It was something real that I chose to come, you know, and I know God chose, but I wasn't forced to be able to. I wasn't forced to come here, but it was out of my own, you know, wanting and needing of God to be here.
So, what do you guys, don't mention any names, but throughout your,
Walk with God.
yeah, well, exactly. Have you noticed, besides yourself, that there are any other prodigal sons within the church?
Yeah.
What do you think is so hard for them to speak up?
Speak up in regards to
Help.
Because they feel rejected.
Also, I think coming from me, from being at the church for so long, is that you've been there for so long, and you know you're running away from God, and you're just like, why am I going to seek out for help when, you know, I've been going to church, I've been listening, so-called listening to the preaching when I'm able to be able to know how to do the steps. Why am I going to reach out to someone when I think they're going to say, oh, well, you should already know what to do, you know, pray to God, do this, repent, come back, when I feel like, coming from me, it wasn't that easy. You know, me being very quiet over there, I still am, but not that much. Not that much more, but I'm just like...
You're quiet already?
I feel like sometimes, but like, it's just like, it's embarrassed. You feel ashamed because you're just like, okay, like, they're going to judge me, even though they're probably not going to, but like, they're going to judge you because you're like, what have you been doing all this time here, sitting at church, listening to it, coming out once a week, but like every single day. That's how I feel like. They're just, you know.
Like what Juan said.
What did he say?
He said he's scared they might say what
What
are
are they going to
going
think
to
of me?
think.
Yeah, that's like the main one. Like I mentioned something on Friday also. I don't know if you noticed that I want to say I grew up in church. Like I did, but I grew up in church. But I was a prodigal son myself being there, because I always wondered what was out there, you know, like But then I lived like a double life also. Like I was in church, but then I was going out. You know, like at one point I started. It was so bad because they didn't let us go to the movie theaters. That was the sin. So for me, testing the waters was going to the movies.
That wasn't my testimony.
I got caught so many times. So I was in trouble so many times. I was in the pastor's office for so many times. Like, oh my gosh. So I started like getting in trouble by going to the movies, but then I wanted more. I was like, Then I started going here and there and there and there and there. And Akuyay and Akuyi. So I was going at like stuff, you know. But then I was living a double life. But we didn't have that help. We didn't have, like Asa was saying, like you were saying too, like the church, we were just there like, when is it going to be over so I can hang out with my friends, you know? Basically that's what it was. Or when is it going to be my turn to sing, you know? Because singing in the choir was like the in at that time. So it's like, oh, and then after singing, like, like, is it time? Where are we gonna go eat? You know, and you know, and LA, there's like different restaurants. I would go to Denny's. Like, which Denny's? Denny's on Apuente. Denny's on Peg Road. Denny's on Flair. Denny's on Seven. We always say it's Denny's. It's just different cities, but it's horrible being in that situation. So when I went to my encounter, that's when I hit like a wall. Boom. I was like, it was hitting me a lot. And like Juan was saying, I was afraid what people were going to say about me and stuff, you know, being judged.
He also commented, we're always afraid of being judged by the church.
Yep.
I think that's what it is. There's a stigma around saying, hey, I need help. Because, I mean, maybe you'll get the help, but it ties to gossip. What if people start like, oh, really? Like, Asa? Like, he's been here every day. He's had the microphone, you know, and so on. But,
sometimes they're afraid to speak up and ask for help. Because maybe you don't know what's going on at home. They can't even open up to their own family. So sometimes it's even harder, like, to open up to someone sometimes, depending on their situation or how they're feeling. And you don't want to get them the wrong impression of church.
Yeah.
Like the family. So you keep it to yourself.
So what would you do, let's say, it's kind of serious, huh? So, like, what is going on? Let's say, I don't know, like, would you, if you know someone that's hiding things in church, will you talk to a pastor or will you talk to the person?
that's a good question, actually.
And they knew you knew?
I'm like, yeah.
I'm like,
Wait, say that again?
Welcome back, Charlie.
Would you talk to the pastor or would you talk to the person
If
if
you
you
know-
know someone was living that double life, the prodigal son lifestyle?
I would talk to pastor.
I'm tempted to say pastor too.
I would-
Because
I
I would.
I mean, if you talk to them and they continue doing it,
Pastor.
then you go to pastor. I feel like I don't know if I'm wrong, but if they keep doing it, that's out of your hands. You know, that's where you have to go to pastor and tell them what's going on.
Okay. All opinions count, okay? I'm just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. No,
Or
you're
just go
true.
straight to pastor.
Anybody on the Sandra on this? Oh, this one is.
She said this is deep.
It is. You know, what if I go up to you, Yas, and I say, Yas, you know, like on Saturday, I just got like so I got so like I was thinking of my ex-girlfriend, and then I got a bottle of tequila and I down and
To be honest, I'll be mad. Like, you should know better.
But will you tell pastor or no?
I would tell pastor.
Okay, why not talk to me? You know.
I mean, if I talk to you, I get you. Like, if I would have talked to you, like, hey, like, you know, I'll get mad at you. Like, why are you doing that? You know better. At the same time, I can't keep it to
I'm
myself.
hurt, like.
No, like, I'm
I'll
honestly,
pass her right away.
because I do talk to pastor a lot about a lot of things,
Okay.
you know, and it's better to vent to him than to go to like Lydia.
I'm another good one now.
Yeah, like, yeah.
In that
Yeah,
process,
because I wouldn't know.
let's say if
Yeah.
you talk to pastor, right, and then pastor talks to me, if I stop talking to you, you think I'm doing right?
No.
No, but I wouldn't get upset.
If I stop talking to you because you told
Yeah,
me,
I wouldn't get upset.
because that happens among in the
Yeah,
Amongst us.
youth. I've
Yeah,
seen it
not
so many like all these years, and I see it a lot. Not just in the youth, also, also like in
sorry.
Juan retrieved the message, man. Brother Juan, what are you?
It's because I run into a
He's
pastor
causing
and goes to
controversy in the
us, hey,
comments.
Daddy was down a tequila. Like, what do you
Pasadores.
think, you know? No, like, I'd rather go to pastor, like, because you're like, okay, like, I don't know what to tell this person. Because sometimes you don't have the right words to say. You don't.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I mean, don't you guys, but because you said you were gonna talk to the person that said, "Let's see what she says with me," you know.
No, like, I would
But
get
you
mad at
would
you.
tell
Like,
her,
I'll
you
get mad at
okay.
you and I'll talk to you. But I will still go tell pastor.
All right. Dang.
Like you talk to
I'm
the
sorry,
person.
I'll keep it your secret.
Okay, Sandra says I would talk to the person first, and if things don't change, then talk to pastor. Yeah.
How
Different
would you
point of
do it?
views.
Did you?
How would I do it?
Because we've
But
heard so
I
many
mean,
different
like-
type point of views.
I mean, like, they just hide it from
So
you,
many
you get me?
POVs.
Like, you can say, oh, only down this one, and then like, you continue doing it, and I don't even know about it. You only told me once, but how do I know you're still doing it?
So that's better too.
Does it make a difference if I'm
I
just
like-
like a person that comes to church, or just because I'm in the praise team?
Or that you
it
know
doesn't
them.
make a
Or
difference.
that you're like, you fully know them.
Will you talk to me, and that goes for you, Tom and Sandra? Like, if would it make a difference if because I'm in the praise team and I got a bottle of tequila down, or it would have been a difference if it was like Panchito just that comes to church, one of the youth. Will you tell pastor just because I'm in the praise team, or because, or you would just talk to me, and if I keep doing it, will you feel comfortable me ministering if there being knowing that I'm a drunkie? That's what
No.
I'm just saying,
I'll
It's
be
So
like,
they could lie to you.
they could what?
They
Lie
could
to
lie
you.
to you and pastor.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you see?
No, I'm saying because it happens a lot apostolic. Oh my god. I love you apostolic people. But there was a lot of stuff going on. So, and that's why I feel guilty because I was part of it too, And yes, people told me, and I didn't stop talking to them. I was just like, because I was little,
Because
like
at
I
the
was
end
I
of the
was
day-
young, and I was just like, ha ha, I'm still here,
Like, at the end of the day, like, you're looking out for that person.
Yeah.
You know, you're,
Your heart's in the way.
yeah,
if they-
you're not
if
doing
they're-
anything wrong, you're just looking out for them.
If they're
And the
mature,
best.
they wouldn't stop talking to you.
Exactly.
If they're immature, then that's when it's like,
They'll be
okay,
like, bye.
yeah, adios, the door. Get
The
out of
next
here,
day, they won't even look at you.
I'm like, I'm leaving.
Because like for someone gets me in trouble, like if anyone that's older than me gets me in trouble, I'm not like, well, like, oh, I'm the pastor because you don't tell me that. I'm not like that. I take it and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
But
Like-
if it's someone younger than you,
Younger than me?
you said older than me. That's what you said.
Oh, April does that all the time, bro. She does that all the time to me. I'm like, get ready, and she's like, no, you get ready. I'm like, I just walk away. I'm like, okay then.
Like no
Yeah.
sense. You have the innocence for it.
Nah, I'm out of here then.
Yeah. No, but yeah.
Sandra said.
It was just, just wanted to say that because now that we opened this kind of worms, that's why I said I was a prodigal son. Because there's a lot of people in church that are hiding secrets. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Like I said, I was the same way.
No, I
I
was
was-
telling Charlie. I was like,
I was the same way, but then you learn and you start choosing your battles. You start doing. You can be open to a lot of people. Maybe if you struggle with something, because that's what I learned. If I struggle with something, I'm not gonna be venting it to everybody.
Period.
I'd rather just talk to God about it, and God will deal with me. And then Pastor, help me out. But if Pastor can help me out, but then I'm on my own, and God. But sometimes it's better just to keep it like that and talk to pastors, and because I learned the hard way. I was exposed so many times. But fail. But ya después ya no me daba vergüenza. It's like, what else? No, because for every little thing I was in trouble. Like for the type of music that I would listen to, it's like, oops, I'm in trouble, Go to the music again, oops, I'm in trouble, and I'm in front of the congregation, Danny. Ya para qué, ni para qué llorar, Hasta que le dije, well, who's been telling you I've been going to the movies? Who's been on the movies too, huh? Like, yeah, how do I know? Well, who told you? What was that person doing at the movies? Oh, they seen you from far away. Oh,
Yeah, right.
multiple times.
it was right there in Monte, right there on.
Edwards,
They're not there no more.
they tore it down.
Yeah,
That's correct.
and because they said I was gonna say something that Asa knows. Oh, this are you from Jack in the Box? They cannot tell. I'm like inside. Oh my god. But
I
anyhow,
believe you.
The binoculars, the little opera ones.
y'all be forgiven already.
No.
God bless.
They're gonna know.
But yeah, what is the position doesn't matter. They should what? I'll be with the same.
To try to save them from hell.
Try to. Okay. Yes, I'm just
I would like
saying.
to go to hell.
If it's like gossip, probably or something. I'll probably just talk to the person. Like, hey, stop getting in trouble. Stop getting in trouble. But if it's something like higher than that, pastor, you handle it because I don't want to deal with it. I got my own issues.
My own problems.
Issues. I got my own issues, so yeah. So yeah, that was another controversy thing. We just went into controversy, huh?
I'm actually talking more.
Yes, thank you.
Period.
This has been quiet. It's just been quiet. You've
really?
been quiet.
I feel like I've been.
It's
I
just
feel
when
like
I want
I've
to
been
jump in, you guys are like, all right, next
time.
subject. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, just jump in and interrupt.
There's
you
been
know?
a lot of stuff I've been trying to say, but like, nah. Next topic. I'm like,
Like, be like, excuse me, can I speak?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
take a potty break? Just kidding.
you've been like other times you've been just jumping
I
in the
know.
conversation.
Since I came in, you guys haven't said nothing.
I feel like I
Yeah.
talked a lot more than the first time I came. The first time
Well,
I've
I
been
don't know why
in
y'all
the
getting shy. You know, it's alright.
I told you I'm a shy person.
Speak your mind. You
Girl,
know.
I was at
Shy
that one
skater
point.
girl.
Huh?
Can't be shy no more.
Period.
So what? So what else did I talk about? Remember?
Give me
God gave us what?
authority.
And then
And then wait.
Power, strength.
Protection. Oh.
Yeah, power, protection. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that first. Like,
Power,
wait,
protection,
come on.
authority.
Power for
You guys
what?
have seen it
Power
before.
to overcome.
You said that so unassuredly.
You enunciated
You said-
so
Why
much.
you doubting? Why you doubting?
Uh-huh.
Power to overcome.
Power to overcome anything.
Why you doubting? Uh-huh.
Can
You don't
I?
have
Can
faith
I?
on it.
I have faith. I have faith in myself.
Sandra, how
Sorry.
much coffee?
Not a lot. I already drink coffee, son.
And this one is decaf.
I
you know,
gave her some
FYI.
Starbucks.
I didn't even drink it all.
Yeah, because it was hot. It was cold.
It was cold.
Hey, this is kind of
I-
cool. Like it's not even cold.
I don't know. I feel. I
That was
talking
5
about
ice cubes. So yeah, power to overcome.
First?
Can you overcome sin?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. With a
just
with a proper
depends on
support
you.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be exempt from it, but like with
You
God, that
overcome
you're
it.
able to overcome.
Going back to the same thing, right? Like
Yeah.
if you do what you're supposed to be doing,
Mhm.
you're not gonna fall. What does it say? The Bible says to what and what not to fall, for not to fall in temptation.
Praying.
You're
Ceaselessly?
praying fast?
Praying.
Right? Yeah.
Like
So
praying.
you gotta know. So are we praying like on a daily basis? Are we gonna fall into temptation that easy?
No, not really. It's going to be a battle.
And mean, okay, when I'm saying temptation, I'm not saying just sexual stuff, you know,
It's everything.
It's everyday
Everything.
things.
everything,
Mhm.
like hurting
Turn the other
people, talking about people, you know, sin is sin, saying a lie. By not doing what is good, you're already sinning.
That,
Yeah.
I remember when I was in this Good News Club thing, a Christian thing that they would have
Good
at
news.
in elementary school. They would say anything you say, do, or think that displeases God is a sin.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they had like anything you say.
exactamente, yes.
do, or
That's the way it
think.
is. So by doing, like, if you see a homeless person, if you don't give him money when you can help and you don't do it, you're sinning.
I never had cash though. I really think that.
No, I mean when you can.
when I get
Gosh.
Some of them have chip readers.
no way.
You never seen that?
I was like, I
They
never,
could
like I
afford
never
a
had
cheerleader.
cash.
They're not homeless, and they're people that have a business. Like,
Mhm.
there's a guy. He looks all dressed up, like all nice. He looks all like güerito.
quirky.
We're here in Paris.
In Corky? Yeah, in Paris.
Oh,
He's always by the. He's by the Jack in the Box, and Rio
oh,
Ranch.
really?
He's like walking around that area, the gas station,
And he has a card
and he has
reader?
like a little colita, like curl and stuff. Like he looks nice. And he goes, "Hey,
Sometimes they're
you got
mean.
money?" I was like, "No."
Yeah, I'm not like. Is it bad that I think that I'm like scared of it? Like not like, anything, like and I'm not trying to like you know like it's not intentional, but like sometimes I'm just scared. Of them.
No, I
And
mean,
it's not because that they're
yeah.
homeless. It's
I'm
just
scared too.
they give me some like negative energy. like their vibes.
I think it's okay to be aware of your surroundings and of who you're talking to, but if I think it's every single one you see, then
No, not every single one, but you know,
Yeah.
like there's a few where I'm just like,
And
No,
then
I feel you.
Sometimes they don't take it good. And then they cuss you out.
no, some can be some can be unpredictable. I agree.
I'm like,
But in Paris, you see the same people. Like,
yeah.
It's
That's why I got
Yeah.
used. That's why I got used to
Should I say
that.
the story? Should I
Hey,
say
it's
the story?
Mark. Here's $5. Man.
Should I say the story from Corky's, bro?
what story?
It's too long. No,
It's too long.
go for it.
You got a minute.
So basically,
2 minutes.
That's not what happened.
We went to
That's it.
Corky's, and we were waiting for our
That's not what
parents. For our parents, it was me, Asa, and Khaled.
And
And Giselle.
Cosita.
Cosita was driving, and some lady came up, and it was raining, and she didn't have an umbrella or anything. All she had was a sweater, and Giselle was like, "Oh, what do I do? What do I do?" And she rolled down the window, and she started asking for money, and we're like, "Oh, we don't have money and all that." She was selling masks. We're like, "Oh no." Then Giselle's like, "Oh, we'll bring you some like maiden." We never got her.
She never came. Well,
Yeah,
she
she
wasn't
never
there
came.
when we came back. To be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, she was there. She was walking around, and then when we left, she was nowhere to be found.
The homeless was selling masks.
Yeah.
Well,
Use
Oh,
masks?
no.
I don't know if she was. No, I don't know.
I
If she,
know,
I don't
it's
know if she
like-
was homeless, but she asked for money.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody had cash. She was very insistent, and then pulled out the masks. But yeah.
I would probably say, you know, like, oh, you want to eat?
Yeah, I think
Just
Giselle
something.
told her she'd get her food
She didn't
or
want to.
something like
But
that.
she wasn't there when we came
Oh.
back.
Yeah.
To this day, she's still waiting.
No, but I mean, if the intention is there, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, the intention is there, then. So yeah, Sandra says, stay alert always.
Yes.
Mhm.
In your surroundings. No, but that's what I'm saying. You know, like sin is like people just think if it's something big, oh, it's a sin. You know, being disrespectful to parents, not listening to parents. That's also, you know, because you're being disobedient. Disobedience is sin. So not listening to what the mother is saying. Charlie, you happen to be here, Charlie, and I turned and I
looked
saw
up.
you. You looked up. You looked up. I was trying to look up Pollito over there, you know, but Pollito, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that fool was slow.
I tried to look over there, but then you got on the way, you know, like, sorry. But, yeah. So, what else did I talk about?
How we never lost authority.
I took mental notes.
Mental notes.
I'm not good at
How we
remembering.
I put this how sometimes we still reflect in the past, and sometimes we start to believe how we're unworthy of God's love, and how we shouldn't, like, we're just how we just feel unworthy and how we feel like that God's not gonna forgive us, something like that, even though He's forgiven us, like
But we don't believe it.
yeah, it's up to us to forgive ourselves and to just leave it alone, really.
Why do you think we don't, why do you think we don't forgive ourselves for what we've done in the past at times?
I don't
think
know.
either your expectations are too high of yourself, or you've been at it so long
Yeah.
that you can't forgive yourself.
Have you gotten into the situation to say, why God, why me, why you?
Funny enough, I don't think so. Actually, I kind of
Yeah,
just
I
take
have.
it like, yeah, okay, that's pretty fair, right? Like I've never thought like, oh, why me? I'm like, yeah, I guess this is gonna happen. So,
Yeah, I just.
but
I just
it does happen, right? With some.
And could it be maybe también because we don't have them, we don't think like the way God does?
Oh yeah, yeah.
well, that's obvious.
That's why we don't forgive ourselves, because we're always thinking of the past. Like, I can just picture God saying, okay, let's let it go.
I always remember this. I forgot who came. It was last year in January. No, I remember the thing that he said, but I don't know who said it.
Avila?
Yeah, I think so.
Or was it last year? January?
Last year in January, yeah.
That was.
Was he skinny?
That was. What's his
Mhm,
name?
and
The.
Yeah?
Huh?
Armando?
Colombia guy?
No,
I
no,
think-
yeah,
and he brought his
Armando,
wife.
yeah,
And he
Armando.
brought his wife. Oh, but I remember he was talking about how like we ask God for forgiveness, and then we have like these rocks in our pockets, and we're like, okay, like let me throw them out because you know they're trash, they're ugly, who wants them, they're not valuable, and that's like us saying like, okay, I'm gonna throw them out, God, like I'm gonna forget about them, and you know, like forgive me and I'll forget. But then we're just like, oh wait, no, like you know what, I do need these. I do, like you know what, they're not cute, but you know what, they're mine and all that stuff. And that's how we are with our past sins and all that stuff. Like we keep them because we still think about them and we still remember. I don't know.
We go back to the
Yeah,
same
we still go
old,
back
same
to
old.
it and we just carry it in our pocket.
Yeah,
Just
and
bring
another
it
way,
out.
like to add what Lydia said is like, we grab a rock that we trip on and we throw it in front of us and then we trip on it again. It's like that, you know.
I tripped so many times today. I'm like,
We
kids.
become,
Over the same route.
we become spiritual
Spiritually trapped.
Hoarders?
Yeah.
hoarders.
I was like, is he
We carry
finishing
like
the
all the rocks.
sentence?
Okay, yeah,
No,
I was like, not me.
Échale agua bendita, está en el aceite.
I thought you just couldn't like
No, it is because, like you were saying, we collect things that we don't need and we keep them.
Yeah.
And we keep them. And
And we
then
just
I don't know if
don't
you've seen
let
those
go.
shows. Have you guys seen those shows?
You need help.
Have you
Oh,
guys seen
the
those
hard
shows?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's nasty.
They don't.
My
They can't.
tia, my tia's one.
Is it that bad? Like
It's bad. Like you can't sit anywhere.
my room was like that 2 weeks ago.
I don't allow
No,
cameras
like
in my
no,
room.
like she has twins. She has twins and she still has toys since they were babies, and they're 13 already.
For what?
I don't know why.
Tell
said
me when she works, I'll pull up.
she said that she's gonna sell it at the swap meet, but she never does.
Girl, the Swami's closed.
Yeah, but she's had it for like 13 years already. Like,
Hey, let me talk to her.
get rid of it.
I got like 3 bags.
I said, what?
You weren't paying attention. I said my room was a mess. Like 2 weeks ago, I got like 2 trash bags out of like.
It wasn't
trash
that
and
like
stuff.
2 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
Ah.
Like no, it's kidding. It was just clothes.
God, I'm everywhere.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like when we come because we're just collecting stuff from the past that we don't need, and if you see the shows that they don't even fit in the house anymore.
Yeah.
They
Because
like
it's
they
the
sleep on
house, yeah.
top, or they. That's funny how they leave like a little caminito.
Oh, yeah.
And then the bed is full of stuff, and then just where they sleep is like empty.
Can't I work
No,
more stuff
in
if
my
there's no
tia's
way?
house, she has like there's a big couch, and then all the clothes are there except for one little like cushion.
I think
And we're
I,
just
I,
like,
think I remember I saw a
okay, yeah.
story. I saw a story where someone, like some person that was hoarding, like she would hoard, and her daughter went missing, and she was like, "Oh, what happened?" And when they removed everything, they found her skeleton. No, I'm being serious.
What
Like-
was it, a movie or?
No, like I think it was an actual case where she was hoarding so much that she had forgotten
I thought
about
she
her
was
daughter.
alive.
And that when she cleaned it out, I don't know if she was a baby or an adult, but when they cleaned it out, they found her body underneath all the cause when like it was just a wall,
And she didn't smell like the body decomposing.
but it smelled bad in there anyway.
I feel
Yeah,
like that was for dramatization, but the
You
effect
know?
is
I
there.
think it's 'cause
Yeah,
when
doesn't it
she was
reek?
barely
Yeah, 'cause it
hoarding,
smells really bad.
and
Oh, it's like
when there was like a wall of trash, she accidentally knocked it over, and
no
she ended
flying
up getting knocked out, and she
Like-
just forgot about it.
Well, it's already dirty, so like it won't make a difference.
I don't know. I heard about it though. I know
Yeah,
that's a
cause
story.
like the worms and like
Yeah, it won't
everything.
make a difference.
Even the flies are like, ugh.
Some out.
Qué asco.
They even left.
I'm out of here, bro. This ain't
What
worth
is
it.
La mosca fresca.
Can you
La
read what
fresa,
I'm
pues.
posted?
Yeah.
Las papas podridas con agua like pastor hace.
You said what?
I just didn't get it the first time. Like, what did it say? Like,
Rotten potatoes with water.
yeah.
Oh.
Water.
Yeah, wait, didn't Pastor tell an anecdote at the end of a preaching where there was a seminar and people said, "Oh, okay, well, your problems, these potatoes represent your problems. Carry them with you for a week." And then Pastora,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. We're
Yes.
so confused. We're like, huh?
Yeah, they're confused. But yeah,
I
you
am
know,
confused.
let's not be like them because if I don't know if you've been in that situation that you've been carrying like stuff from the past and like mistakes that you can't with your life anymore. Like you don't even know what to do. Like people to ask how you doing. I'm fine. All right. And then you stop coming to church and you get on your little dark cloud on top of you, and I mean you've accumulated so many stuff in you. Like let go. Start getting things that you don't need out. Like I tell my mom, if we don't use it for 6 months, we don't need it.
You were saying that, yeah.
Throw it away. If you
I'm
haven't
throwing away all
used
the
it.
posters in my room.
I mean, we have so many.
I know y'all about to be throwing everything away.
My whole closet.
I'm become a minimalist.
I've thrown so many things away that I don't tell my mom about it because she'll be like, no, guárdalo para esto, para acá. No, what for? Like, when am I going to go to Mexico? Like, no.
She think
I
about
just throw
future
it.
plans.
I throw it. Just throw it, you know. And I don't want to be carrying like 5 bags and I get stopped on the crossing. Like,
Yeah.
if your car weighs more than you, because they see one person, they're like, okay, that's too heavy. What do you have in there? And they see all these bags. Oops. Then they'll take them away. I'll have to pay.
Yeah, my mom would always have a whole bunch of stuff for when she goes to Tijuana to give to my tios and tias. But it's in the garage, it's laid up. Like, when are you? Well, when I was out, I would be like, when are you gonna take it? She's like, I'll take it. And whenever she goes, she never takes it. I'm like, just get rid of it or don't eat it.
And that's how we are on the spiritual way too. We say, I'm gonna let it go on the next service. I'm gonna let it go on the next service. And when the next service never comes, yeah. And then we go to cell group and nothing. We're here on Fridays, nothing. On Sundays, we don't even get into, you know. And then at the end of the day, we're like overloaded. and our room, our bedroom, special bedroom is full. We don't even rest. Because when you're like in that situation, you don't rest. Because you're hiding the stuff in there, like your past and everything. When God said, Mijo, just let it go, you know, like get everything out, give you some trash bags like I gave Danny and put them in there and just throw them away, you know? Like get it over with. And that's it. So yeah, just to wrap it up, we have, it's been an hour already?
Yeah, it's about to be a minute.
It's 8:38.
What time did we start?
Like at 7:40, 7:40 something.
I know it's 7:30 and we hadn't started
What
yet.
you mean?
1 hour, yeah.
It's an hour. Damn, that was quick. All right, just to wrap it up then.
I mean, like it. I liked it.
God has given you power to overcome.
Just like
Don't
maybe
ever
like
think less of yourself. That's another thing. Don't think less of yourself.
period.
You're worth a lot. You are a child of God.
Don't believe what people say about you.
Period.
Yes.
And always confront depression.
Know what?
And always
And love
confront
love
depression.
yourself.
Yeah.
The
Like,
burp
don't-
wasn't that bad.
Don't
Don't
hold
vent.
grudges.
Don't vent your
Don't be
feelings to
immature.
others.
Yes.
I mean, we gotta make mistakes along the road and stuff, but let's get along, you know.
Let's look at it.
Let's get along.
Why
I
can't we
mean-
be friends?
If you think about it, guys, we survived this pandemic. You know, thank God. So far, so good.
Period.
I
huh?
still don't
We
like
all,
it.
except for this one, didn't get COVID.
I'm pretty sure he did.
probably did.
I'm probably
Still don't like
asymptomatic. I'm gonna get my test results and I'll be back and be like, I did
Alright,
have
you
COVID.
better
No,
show
because
us.
then my
She had COVID
no,
20,
because then
bro.
my boss is gonna see this probably.
No. No, but
My
you
boss
had it
is
already. That was back in
Yeah,
December.
but I was working with kids.
Well, that's
Nothing
not your
happened.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
did
COVID
it.
said negative, so it's not my fault.
Look at your boss.
My brother had COVID and he kept going to
But
dialysis.
Louise.
So they said, "Oh no, you're okay. You're okay. All right then." So yeah, just to dismiss, just keep that in mind that everything's gonna be all right. The storm doesn't last forever.
Gonna be alright.
Storm doesn't last forever. It's funny when I say, enjoy the ride.
No
Enjoy
service
the
Friday.
ride. No service Friday?
No wedding.
Well, that's
Oh,
Bree's
okay.
wedding.
Espérate, todavía no acabo, hold on.
And then I give
I
us
was
5
giving my
minutes.
closing thought.
Ya se me olvidó.
I forgot.
We're gonna talk about
it?
enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Oh, enjoy the pain
Not being
because you're
paid,
not gonna
but
go back
please.
to it
Enjoy the
again.
experience.
And yeah, just to dismiss again. You want to say something really quick? Thank you, Asa. You want to say something really quick?
I'm like,
Thank you, Yas. Something really quick.
Charlie or I?
Any?
Love thyself and period.
All right, Charlie.
Don't be immature, and always confront the person because.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
You want to
Period.
say something? Thank you, Yas.
All right. Thank you
I'm
guys.
sorry. My
Bye.
brain went blank.
There's so much
I got
to say.
distracted.
All right, before we dismiss, tomorrow we have Mega Sale, so be here.
Or be square.
Spread the word. Also on no service on Friday. We're gonna have a wedding on Friday, and someone's getting married. I don't want to say the names, Brian or not, are getting married on Friday. So if you guys have them on Instagram or Facebook, just send them a little happy wedding day. So yeah. Sorry, you were too loud.
I'm like,
And what else? Our pastors got here a little late, but they got here.
Hit the like button.
So
take care.
Hit the like button.
Subscribe.
get in to say hi and just
The
like
noti-
just pass by and say hi.
Guys, you want to say hi?
Okay.
Hi.
I don't even like
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Brother Juan, Hermana Sandra, Sister Sandra, thank you. I don't know who else is online. Here's Pastor over here. So, ¿quieres saludar, Carlos?
Pues nomás, hi guys.
Just wanted to say hi, guys.
Dios los bendiga, pórtense bien.
God bless you guys. Behave.
No vamos a poder estar el viernes
We won't be here on Friday.
porque se casa Hernani,
Hernani is getting married,
pero vamos a estar aquí el domingo.
but we will be here Sunday.
Okay. Dios los bendiga, muchachos.
God bless you guys.
All right. So, thank you guys. Buenas noches. Good night.
Don't
God
forget to
bless
like,
you.
subscribe, hit the bell,
Until
and
next
share.
time.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, Jesus, can you hear me? My soul is screaming out. Has your soul ever screamed out? And my
my broken will, Christ, teach me what your kingdom's all about. And unite my heart to fear you, to fear your holy name, and create a life of worship in the spirit and truth of your loving ways, in the silence